to mitigate food security, insecurity, and then climate change.
Are you engaging government in this conference?
The
Because
subnationals,
many times, this is not the first conference. You've had several conferences.
This is our second as president.
It's my first.
Yeah,
It's your first, okay.
And there have been several recommendations and all that. So how do you engage government?
Thank you.
For
that. Yes,
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me of that. So for this conference, we have a strategic partner in the Federal Ministry of Agri and Food Security. So they are strategic partners for this conference. And we paid a visit to the Honorable Minister. He's going to give the keynote address. So they are partnering with us to ensure that we have a good conference. And that also means that the take home, the outcomes of the conference will be easily absorbed by the ministry. So the ministry is part of this conference. So that means we have engaged the government. We went to them as soon as we chose the theme. And it aligns perfectly with the ministry, and they are partnering with us on it. So we expect that there will be no problem.
Agriculture is not about just food. It's all about, livestock and all that. We have a separate ministry now for livestock. So how are you, what's the synergy between your organization and the subnationals? Because most of the farmlands are in the rural areas.
Well, there must be synergy between all the stakeholders along the different subsystems of farming operations. And so recently when we had the Ministry of Livestock is developed, we made move to discuss and to interact with the chairman of the, without engineering of these structures, we need to really put engineering into it. Without engineering them, there may not likely be sustainable development as expected. We must go beyond. So we've interacted with the chairman, and we are saying that engineering component must also be imbibed. And we had discussion going on to see how the engineering unit of the livestock ministry will also be properly integrated right from the onset, so that we'll be able to now ensure that we mechanize all the operations along the value line. And we are ready, and we told them that we are open to provide necessary solutions.
Will they be part of the conference?
Well, we've invited the ARCN Council and Professor Sabatu will also be on ground to work with us. The Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, yesterday I had interaction with them. He's sending somebody to represent and to give his word at this conference. National Center for Agricultural Mechanization, NISPRI, they are also being invited to be part of this, and they will be part of our panel discussion where they will tell us even the local technology that they have developed, both at NISPRI, at INCAM, that will meet the needs of Nigeria. And we are looking forward to seeing them and to also have useful interactions with them.
Okay, madam. Tell us about the conference venue. When is it starting, the venue, and what impact do you envisage it will have on the stakeholders?
Well, the venue of the conference is the Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry along the airport road. And it's starting today. The conference starts today, yes, with the collection of materials this morning. And then we have the presidential cocktail later in the evening. The opening ceremony is tomorrow, and that's where we expect all stakeholders to be present, at least from the beginning, and add their voice to the keynote, the first plenary, and all of that. And then it goes on until we have our AGM on Thursday. Okay. So we expect that there will be a lot of useful discussions. Like we have said earlier, we have brought in a lot of people, all the stakeholders, even policymakers, in the industry, to ensure that we have robust discussions around finding sustainable solutions to food security and climate change. So I expect that there will be a lot of opportunity too for collaborations and expansion of networks.
Like we're doing now.
Yes.
Okay,
who should be part of the conference?
Yeah.
Who are you expecting to be part of the conference?
Seriously, we expect everybody to be part of the conference. Because food security and climate change concern everybody.
Yes.
But essentially, we have the stakeholders in the oil and gas. We have Total Energies is coming in to discuss what they are doing in the area of renewable energy. We have BUA is coming to talk about food security, what they are doing. So everybody is coming with his own personal experience. So we expect that everybody who is concerned with the development of Nigeria, with building capacity, with solving the problems of Nigeria, and particularly with preferring sustainable solutions, to be there.
So what no plan is perfect.
Sure.
Will there be challenges to implementation of the resolutions reached at the conference?
There might be, but like you said, no plan is perfect. But we plan to follow up with, not just come up with the communique and the recommendations. We will follow them line by line and ensure that we do our best in ensuring the implementation of these recommendations. And that's why we started by bringing in the Federal Ministry, which is responsible for everything concerning agricultural production along the value chain of agricultural value chain and climate change. So we expect that we will do a lot of follow-up. We'll do whatever can be done, a lot of advocacy, so that by the time we come back next year, we'll be able to say to you what you achieved, what we're able to do with the recommendations and communique of this year.
All right, great. Professor Olaoye, your parting shots.
Well, we believe that this gathering will give us another opportunity to do it right, to look for possible way by which we can use our indigenous technology, advance them using mechanization to promote and advance agriculture in Nigeria.
Okay, Engineer Professor Joshua Olaoye, Chairman, National Institute of Agricultural Engineer. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time. And Engineer Margaret Aino Oguntala, she's a fellow of the National Institute of Engineers, yes, Nigerian Society of Engineers, yes. And as always, it's been a pleasure having you as the first president, female president. We're glad you're still here.
Thank you.
So it's been a pleasure having you and giving us your input on the conference.
Thank you. I hope you will be at the conference.
We hope so.
We expect to see you too.
Yes, we wish you a successful outing there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you're excited now, gender?
Of course. When she came here the first time, we were all excited. Yeri and I were so excited.
All right, that's good.
In a male-dominated, when a woman is there.
Thank you.
Paving the way for other ladies to come up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Good Morning Nigeria for today. Thanks so much for your time. Join us again tomorrow for another episode of the program. I am Jumai Yasuf.
And I am Ademalade. Do have a good day.